Welcome to the final part of Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX, Ultimate BMX, Remix thing, whatever. We're playing as Team Mirra, and we're doing the last of the challenge levels as well as the last two competitions. And here are all the bikes he has: Mirra Flare, Mirra Pro, Haro's Luxury Liner. This video will get you where you need to go in style. And Toby will be using for this as well his Style 5, his 4, his 3, his 2, and his 1, which is just Haro bikes. So, this is the Acclaim Max Games. We're going for Westward Cliffs first. And I'm going to be jump cutting a lot through this, because otherwise it'd be well over an hour long, and fuck that. So, the usual way of doing this is gone. Call to the magnificent beach cliffside. Acclaim Max Games Dirt requires you to use all of your skills to fully utilize both the natural and man-made terrain of this course. Jump over the ravine, transfer over the boulder, leave the ravine, and jump over all three of the volleyball nets with a bar spin. And by the way, after I take care of all of this shit and get to the pro challenges, I will show all the tricks, because guess what? At this point, I have done the time of doing every single trick list, just this character at least. I've done it with everybody because I'm not bothering. But with Tim here, I did do every single trick, so for the most part, you get to see all the ticks. Do you get anything for doing that, by the way? Not that I can find. So yeah, 2 challenges complete now, because fucking 3 of them are super easy. 2 of them are just jumping over things, and then there's jumping over the boulder, which is to transfer, and that's it. Just really easy jumps over shit. It's mainly just the fucking, the nets that are gonna be the tough part for this one, because you gotta do a trick for them. That's literally it. That's the only difficult part about that. It's just the fact you're doing a trick of that. It's kinda lame. Anyway, there is one level later on in this set that has quite possibly the hardest challenge of all for anyone who's played this game. And it's mainly because of how busted it is. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But right now, here are the bar spins. Basic as, there we go. I'm not going to jump cut over to me taking care of this boulder, I believe. Yep, because it's all the way back up, but I'm not wasting time on that. Okay, moving on forward, we are now going to do the pros. And we got to jump a ravine while doing the flip driver, do the ball while doing a nothing, Boston to Boston back on the spines to the beach, and transfer to the secret trail. Now, I'm going to show off all of the trick lists because I have done every single trick. We have full tick. The only tricks I haven't gotten is special tricks, but those don't show up here, so I wish they did show up here, but they don't. Anyway, moving on, we now gotta do a flip drive over here, which is just, you know, backspin, and then, you know, that. And then after that, we gotta do the nothing, which is down right, down left, or what have you, and then circle, which will just do a nothing. Instead of no footer or no hander, it's a nothing, because you did both. But again, back up here, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. And, yeah, this map is very bumpy, very weird, and honestly very glitchy. It is probably one of the most broke-ass maps in this game, because trying to fucking get through the terrain and such is just a fucking nightmare almost. Anyway, this Boston back thing, you can just do like 2 of those, and then just, you know, jump over the ramp with nothing, and it'll count, because it's doing that thing again, the glitch. And now the trail. Just start from the very beginning, turn left, and it's right there. To jump, and there you go. The trail is just this. It's just a jump. It's pointless. And now it's time for, not Pier 10, but it's time for this. Grind a live shot, guard shack, 2 consecutive tail whips, leap the Acclaim banner, and a 100-foot jump. 100 feet jump. First of all, grinding these spots here will get you this one. A little bit awkward, but there you go. Secondly, the Acclaim banner is pretty obviously easy. There's a little bit of a kicker here. Use that kicker to jump over this flag here, as you can see. And there you go. Now, the tail whip thing is going to be a bit more of a problem, because you have to go ahead and you know, not get fucked by the downwards and all of that. And you only have to do a single tail whip downward. You do not have double tail whip at all. I thought it was that, but it's not. It's just different spots for tail whipping, and there you go. And lastly, the 100-foot jump. You gotta use that building there to bounce off its roof to get the feet. Otherwise, you won't be able to make it at all. And there you go. And that's the hardcore challenges. These hardcore challenges, except for tail whip, and I guess the fucking grind thing is a bit hard. We got the bike suspension mode. We're getting some cheats out of this now. And now it's time for us to go into our next map, which might be the hardest map in the fucking game. Because of its one specific challenge. It is Pier 10, and Pier 10 has probably the most broken and bullshit challenge of every single challenge in this fucking game. It does not work well, but I will show you how it's supposed to work. The Acclaim Max games have moved in and taken over Pier 10. The crowds have left, but plenty of challenges await you. Turn up the street course and grind the pier rails, which is misspelled. But don't fall into the river. Water is a shark country. Yeah, they misspelled pier. P-E-I-R. Nice. Grind the four-side rails, sprocket grind the box at fishbowl, transfer ransom bowl, pull a switch hander, and transfer into a long jump secret area by fishbowl. Now, from the very beginning, you can do the side rails right to your left there, but I didn't go for it at all because I'm fucking stupid, but I did do a tail whip down there. That's neat. And look at all that speed we got. You can see the ocean right in the distance. We're never going to go touch that ocean, honestly. It's been impossible to do that. But yeah, now I got to do a switch hander, which I believe is right circle. So, you know, just do that. And there's these... No, wait, it's... I fucking forgot, honestly. I'm sorry. It's either right circle or left circle. After that, we got to go ahead and take care of the sprocket grind, which I believe is left down grind. I forgot. Honestly, it's been a while. I've been doing this repeat over and over and over again, and I just kind of want to forget about it because it sucks, and I hated doing this. And there's also a lot of tricks I gotta remember, and that's just not fun. But yeah, do the sprocket grind on this. You can't do it from that, or else you mainly do a tail whip probably. The best possible scenario to actually take care of this is to use the ramp upward to the bowl and such as a kicker. Jump up to it and then do it that way. Otherwise, if you do that kind of shit and the grind is so small, it's very easy to miss it. And now we're going to go ahead and transfer from that little kicker there up to the secret area over there, which is really easy to get to. It's not much of a secret area at all. It's just a nice little kicker here that makes a little jump. We'll be using that anyway later on. But yeah, here's the side rails. Grind them all the way through. And done. Easy goals. Now it's time for the next part of the goals. Also, that tip there, keep it in mind. Transfer from bottom, killer pipe to top, water pipe full, 360 no-footer, double tail whip off the main deck jump, 180 wall tap off the burn box, and mail on the pier for 100 feet. Okay, so first of all, we need to manual this pier. It's 100 feet. Manual is pretty easy to me at this point, and they should be for you, sort of. You should be already figuring out how this shit works, so as long as you can figure out the feel for it now at this point, this won't be a problem. It's 100 feet, not 200 feet. You can handle it. Next up, we have to use the no-footer. Yeah, the no-footer to take care of this transfer here. Do a 360 over this. You want to do it from the top, but you want to do it from the bottom, and there you go. And do a double tail from this spot there. The main deck jump is this thing. Just double tail up off that. Do it real quickly, and you'll manage it, like so. And there you go. And lastly is the 180 spin for the wall tap off the burn wall. Just spin, make a bit of a waiting time, and eventually do the wall tap after you get that 180 or 360 spin, and it will count. So, there you go. But these aren't the problem ones. The problem ones come in the hardcore mode because, oh boy, this one hardcore challenge is going to fucking destroy you. 720 Superman, the secret jump, half cab, triple truck driver on the sand pits, transfer from sand pit, roll into the pier, and grind across banner around wall into the sand pit. That last one is the hard one that is bugged and broken. But first, a half cab. What the fuck is a half cab? Well, if you read up on that tip that shut up beforehand, because they did that on purpose, you will find out that a half cab is doing something while riding backwards. So, with you knowing that, how you do a truck driver? Well, you do a bar spin, and then you hold it while spinning. So, just do this, and then just do this, and you'll get it. you can do a double truck driver and it will count. And lastly, that fucking grind. I'm going to show some attempts of that. Well, I'm going to do the Superman first beforehand. But, yeah. This one sucks, because at first glance, you're probably going to do this sort of shit. The thing is, the grinds don't line up well, and it gets all buggy, and in some cases, you might even go through the wall from this shit. What I'm going to tell you right now is simple. You gotta do a whole bunch of, like, bunny hop grinds across to keep your speed going a little bit, and also to keep your balance. And then you have to move over to your left, and then jump from the left veering to get to that grind. Then, you must veer yourself while grinding down the yellow rail that you have to land on, and try not to bail out of it, but keep yourself so veered to the right, and balance from that. And then, with that balancing, you need to get lucky while holding the grind button. If you get bounced, like if you like lose the grind and immediately get back, it's broken, it's not going to work. But if you don't have that happen, the game will automatically link you to the next grind, and you'll be able to jump to that. Do that twice, and you'll make it through. I had to do a few attempts, took me about 15 minutes, I believe, but here's my successful attempt. It did get a bit weird because of that, but you can still get the gist of things. See? And there you go. That is how you pull that off. You are probably not going to pull it off that way. You're probably going to go backwards for those two fucking yellow rails. But if you do what I did there and you can actually manage it, you can do it the legitimate way. Sticky Crash is now ours, and now it's time to move on forward into the next thing, which is the Shilo Dunes. And this is when we're talking about the special tricks, because I haven't actually talked about them too much, but this is the best area to really use all your special tricks in, including our main character, Dave Mirra, who has quite a special trick on his fucking sleeve. But first, Shilo Dunes. An abandoned missile silo in the desert is the perfect BMX test zone. An enormous T-shaped vert map and unlimited half pipes set this course apart from the rest. Your last challenge for the final competition. So our objectives are to do like a set grinds in the red and yellow rails, leap the hidden gap, wall tap the free switches to open gates, and 8,500 points trick set. These rails here are a bit awkward. Take me a few attempts because just this little landing spot here kind of sucks. You don't get much room to get more speed from it. And you can also use this little kicker there to get back up that last one. It's a bit more faster, I guess. But if you want to do it, you know, all the way through without getting fucked, here is how. There you go. Okay, now afterwards, the hidden jump, the hidden gap is just like a kicker behind these big ramps. And then there's this one. You only need an 8,000 points, and that will count. It's just an 8,000 point trick set, and it will count. It does not have to be an 8,500 point trick one, because it doesn't matter. And then you have to do the wall tapping. The wall tapping is annoying. Not because of these two switches here, but because of the first one you're probably going to go for, which is right next to you on the right. You need to use the kicker or the ramp to jump up to it and then wall tap from it. You don't have much room to go for, you don't have much air to get up, and you kind of have to get a bit lucky because the jumps are a little bit awkward and fucky. But, yeah. This one just kind of sucks. I'm not a fan of it. And, yeah, that one wall tap here is the hardest wall tap to take care of, and I just hate it. It's the worst one later on, I think, but, yeah, just this wall tap here just kind of sucks. Here's how I managed to do it. I just barely made it. So there you go. Also, this is like a sombrero ramp thing, and this sombrero ramp has like a bouncy bit to it at the very middle. We'll be using that for a challenge. And we'll also use the sombrero to take care of wall riding these signs, because that sign there is harder than wall tapping that thing, because you have to get the right angle and the right jump and such to get the right speed for it, and then have to do the wall riding thing, which is up in the next, which is always awkward as fuck. And yeah, it's just really not fun. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about all the specials after I basically tell you about the hardcore challenges, because I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what you do for those and then do them. And also, I'm going to tell you this right now, Dave Mirra has a triple backflip. So here's the thing, you see that fan there? And also you know about the sombrero and these big ramps around behind the fan that you can use to gain a lot of speed and such. You hold the X button, you can gain a lot more fucking speed out of that. Basically, if you pull a triple backflip off that shit while spinning, also do an extension, a modifier I mean, in the middle of that, you can pull off an extreme triple backflip. And by pulling that off and landing it, which you can in here, and it's like the best area to actually pull it off in, you will be able to legitimately get a like 9,000, 10,000 score. Also, wall ride the 4 signs, top of the sombrero, 360 candy bar on the fan, and 10,000 point trick set. I'm not going to pull up triple backflip here, because I can't, because this is Tim, not Dave. Tim does not get triple backflip, unfortunately. He gets no love for that. In fact, everybody else's special trick is pointless compared to Dave. Because Dave's triple backflip, if you pull it off here and such, will get you a massive fucking score if you land it well. You do the spinning, and you do the modifier with it at the immediate time you pull it off. If you do all of that shit, then you will be able to get a massive fucking score, and it's just insane. It's literally fucking insane. And let's go up what the candy bar is. But yeah, just Dave has the most extreme fucking special in this game, and he has the best special, essentially, because it gives you the most points out of everything else. Everybody else's specials suck so much, you won't even really use it, because you'll be using every other trick in the book, because every other trick does better with score and such compared to that. It literally is just pathetic. Anyway, you need to do a trick off of this. If you just land it, it will not count, but if you do, like, say, a spin and then land it, it will count. So you must do a trick off the sombrero bit in order for it to count. And now here's the wall ride. Here's the correct angle and such for that. There you go, I got lucky there. And the rest of these are pretty easy, except for maybe the last one, but even then, you can just, you know, wall ride from just a nice little jump from landing like I'm about to do right here, and it will count. So yeah, this shouldn't be that hard. It really is that first one that's the problem. And lastly, the hardcore challenges. Stolen the rail for 1080 toboggan, transfer the gap between the large water pipes, man 50 feet down the water ramp, and 1080x up off the long jump. The long jump is how you do your triple backflip, by the way. Just hold the X button down that long jump, and then jump at the right time, and then quickly do a triple backflip, spin while doing it, hit the modifier immediately, which is the down modifier. You can even do a double down modifier if you want to, and you will get a shit ton of points out of that. Land that shit, and it will count as an extreme triple backflip, and you will get a fuck ton of points out of that, and you will complete a score run immediately. You will just beat everything immediately when it comes to score with that move. It is a fucking one-hit wonder of a move. Also, this transfer is a little bit weird because it doesn't really work out quite right. The transfers can sometimes just do that to me and such. And, you know, you don't get much air out of it and all, not much speed too. So, you can either do it legitimately, or you can just do this, and it counts. So, yeah, I'm now going to go ahead and do the rest of these. And while I'm doing these, I'm going to start reading out all of the tricks. So, did I just close the fucking... No, I didn't. Okay. So, let me go ahead and find the specials. Where are they? Okay, here we go. Dave Mirra, triple backflip is down, and then, you know, the main move button. Double seat grab Superman Indian, which is a different move. Ryan Nyquist, seat grab no-footed can, and no-handed bar spin backflip. Troy McMurray, bar spin seat grab can, and no-hander one-footer candy bar backflip. Mike Laird, no-footer double tail whip, and no-hander tail whip backflip. Chad Keggy, double seat grab Superman and bush off a Superman. Tim Mirra, double peg grab backflip and can backflip. Keenan Harkin, decade backflip and double seat grab decade. Sean Butler, super flip seat grab and 1 foot tabletop. Leigh Ramsdale, double front flip and one-hander decade. Lay is the only person who ever gets a special fucking front flip thing with more than one front flip. He is the only guy who can pull off more than one front flip in a move. What the fuck, game? Anyway, Joey Garcia, bus driver, double tail whip, and no-footed one-hander can-can, Slim Jim guy, one-hand, one-foot can-can backflip, and rocket no-hander toboggan. Yes, it's a Slim Jim fucking sponsor in this game. You've probably always seen it, honestly. And the Amish boy, which is a running gag of Z-axis, crotch rocket backflip, and no-footed one-hander Superman. There are 2 other characters in this game. At least with this one, they're not in the original, but they're in Remix. However, Remix has no fucking guides. So even if there were tricks for the other 2 characters that are only in Remix, as far as I can find, no one knows them. No one knows what tricks for them, so... oh fucking well. Anyway, night vision goggles are now ours, and now I'm gonna save, because now it is only competitions. It is the last competition of the Acclaim Max games, and then it is the competition back in Hometown. Because in order to get the Hometown one, we must go through everything else beforehand. It is so weird and stupid, and I don't like it, but that is a fucking thing. Which means we have to do 2 competitions in a row for gold. And you already know the problem with the competitions. But you know what? It's gonna get worse when I have to explain what I've now learned about the competitions from reading through the guide more. In fact, there are some challenges that are only in the original Mirra Freestyle BMX that are not in this one for some levels. I might have to do an extra part for you. But for now, we're in the ski resort. We're going to do our first competition. High in the Rockies, Acclaim Games to set up a dirt course at White Alpine Resort. Take on the bunny slope or crash down the ski jump for some big air, and watch out for that ski lift. So, basically, I'm now going to tell you how this works. You probably already figured out most of these. I certainly fucking did. But old boy was not ready for some of the dumb bullshit that this was going to really pop in. So, there were only like sets of contests, the Pro Tour contest and the Acclaim contest in the original. And I fucking hate this crap. So, first of all, there were glitch tricks, like for instance, stalling was immensely broken in the original, I believe. I don't think it's broken anymore. It might be, but I don't know. But yeah, you cannot use the glitch tricks more than once, and you gotta keep the scores for them within 10,000 to 15,000. So, that's that fucking thing. Which means we can't do, like, big fucking scores, unfortunately. And, if you are about to crash, do a stall, grind, wall tap, or fast plant to keep yourself alive and try to keep moving. You can't just stop. Utilize different areas of the course and mix up your tricks are 2 things we definitely did. The full amount, how many times you can bail. The minimum of amounts, the maximum amount of times you can bail is like either 1 or 3 to 4 times. It's a bit weird. There's like 2 guides that say you can bail once, or we can bail up to 3 to 4 times. Now, all of this we understand. We get that. Are you ready for something that I think this game is really douchebaggish about? And I wonder, because if Gravity Games Bike was taking notes in this game and such when it came to its competitions, I'm wondering, did they also take a note from this bit? You cannot score a high score. If your score is too high, you lose points. Because for some reason, Z-Axis thinks that you're fucking cheating for doing good at the game. So if you have 100,000 points, the game thinks you're cheating, and it penalizes you for having 100,000 points. In fact, from this one guide, for the Pro Tour contest in the original, your score had to be between 70,000 and 80,000. And for the Acclaim contest, between 85,000 and 100,000. You cannot make big combo scores, nor can you make big scores. Why? How? How is that cheating? The whole point of these fucking contests is to do score. It's a fucking arcade game, for fuck's sake. This isn't a sim game. A lot of this shit is very much not simulator. Why the fuck? This is such bullshit, and the game never fucking tells you about this. I would be fine if all I had to do was go to every area of the maps and do completely different tricks, no more than one attempt on every single trick, and that was it, okay? I would be fucking fine with that. But no, there's a score limit. What the fuck? And we got the secret bike now, and not only that, we've done all the challenge for medals, we've done all levels, and now we have the big red barn to deal with. But we also have a secret movie for our rider. Conquer maps and remakes from other riders to unlock more secrets. We will go ahead and do that way fucking later on after this contest. Because now we're heading back to hometown and we're taking care of the big red barn competition. It is the final one, and also the secret bike here has the same description as the regular thing, but it has the most extreme stats. It is the best bike in the game for every character. Their stats can always be different, by the way, but ultimately it is just like really beyond the maximum, essentially. So we're using that for warehouse dirt. It is called the big red barn, but in the thing here it's called warehouse dirt. So okay, congratulations, you returned the conquering hero. The locals are putting on a BMX contest in your honor. Go out there and show the world one last time who's number one. So yeah, I got second in this one because the AI was bullshit, and that's all I got out of it. A cheat, like a BMX 2 cheat, and that was it. I am now going to go ahead and get the gold. So, I don't know what the limits are of this. The thing is, if the limits are still here with Remix, I don't know what the limits are. But I feel like I am sort of still getting penalized for getting big score. And I think that's bullshit. I think that is complete utter bullshit. You should not be fucking penalized for getting 100,000 points, okay? You should not be getting penalized for breaking high score records. I think that's utter fucking garbage, and this game is an asshole for it. And I am sorely questioning if that's what's been happening with games like Gravity Gains Bike, where they were also taking that from this fucking game. Because if that's the fucking case, then I think this fucking game did damage. Because I could never understand the competitions in that game. And quite honestly, understanding the competition in this fucking game was a nightmare as well. Because I still couldn't for the most part. I still couldn't understand how to get a big fucking score in this one. But now looking at this fucking guide, now finding out about the score limit bullshit, quite honestly, I fucking hate it. I hate these competitions even more now, because limiting the score is completely counterproductive to the whole point of the fact that score matters in this fucking competition. If your score is not high enough, you're gonna get a shitty score. But now, if your score is too high, you're gonna get a shitty score. And the game never fucking hints at you what the fucking limit is? nor that there is a fucking limit to begin with? What the fuck, game? I'm sorry, but that is complete bullshit. And considering the AI is completely random as well and what kind of score they end up with, as you will see in this fucking video, by the way, where I'm using the save sets and learn them and all that crap, and you see that the fucking scores change when I've done fucking nothing to change them, really? Like, I just fucking can't. I just fucking can't. Quite honestly, I hate this fucking game with its competitions. Because if this is legitimately where the bike games were taking notes from back then when it came to competitions, then I think this game fucked up. I think this game did a lot of damage. And it just made one of the worst competitions in any of these fucking games. I bet you this game was inspiration for how the competitions were in Gravity Gains Bike, and fuck you, Dave Mirra, if that's the case. Because those competitions were some of the worst fucking things in that game. They brought me so much fucking misery. And this shit brings me misery too. Anyway. This obviously isn't the end, because there are other riders, and as you probably saw when I unlocked the movie thing, the game basically said, hey, there is, like, you know, more shit to unlock if you do more riders. So, after miraculously winning that, guess what we win? The Amish boy. That's really it. Sick, you've proved with number 1 in front of your hometown crowd. And then we get the same thing there. So, yeah, you'll be seeing that a lot. But there we go. I fucking did it. I did it. I beat it. I nailed it. I destroyed it. I completed it. But we're not fucking done yet, because I have to do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again for every fucking rider in the game. Including our new unlocked ones, the Slim Jim guy and the Amish boy. As well as 2 other characters that we unlock in this fucking game. So yeah, here's Slim Jim guy, or Mad Cow, in the convenience store shelves. And Amish boy from Westward, PA, or The Kid. If we play more Z Axis games, we'll be seeing the Amish boy a lot more. But we're not done yet. I'll show off some cool stuff, because why not? I'll show off all the challenges, maybe the movie thing, which you only got the Tim Mirra movie there. So we got Tim Mirra. But, yeah. Just... oh, fucking boy. So... let's talk about the Unlockables. Let's go back to ProCrest, and let me jump cut to me doing the last 2 competitions for everybody here. However, I will show off on the screen while I'm doing this shit all of the unique messages for all the other characters. The Slim Jim guy only has 1 really, and it's, you know, snap into it, the catchphrase. The Amish boy and the others do have more to it. While we're doing that, I'm going to show off with the rest of this shit, including the Lunch Lady. For being another character, we get the Lunch Lady. And that's all we get after in the barn. In fact, the barn is completely pointless at this point. Let's get the Amish boy out of the barn. The barn is pointless. But I'm still doing it anyway for everybody, because I want to fucking show you it. Anyway, we got bike suspension mode, which I believe we've already gotten from just doing levels. And we get it again from this shit. I'm sure there's something for that BMX 2 there, but right now, I'm getting nothing out of it. Anyway, here's Troy. And what Troy gets? Ghost Rider. That, I believe, is new. Anyway, we get it again from here. Yeah, here's all the messages, by the way. They're going by pretty fast. You might want to pause if you want to read that shit, but yeah. Super Crash mode is now ours, which I believe is new. We get it again from here. Yep. After that, we also... Oh, by the way, here is the thing. No, it's not that. But yeah, get ready for it. We got Ghost Bike mode. That's new, definitely. But yeah, here's me just, you know, ending it, and I get second. But now, here's me loading my save state, not doing anything else, not doing anything new. And then... this. I get less score, and also he gets less score than he did beforehand. I got first this time. It's completely fucking random. It's bullshit. So yeah, fuck this game. Anyway, we got super wide camera mode, and also it says we get our final character for doing 10 characters, which is every pro in the game. In fact, eventually, that is all it will tell you. There is no more unlockables from this point on, it just tells you that. So we have to do every single pro to unlock the final thing. And it will say even on here in the barn. So you'll be seeing that again, and again, and again. Just kidding, do not see it again. We got the 80s guy. The midriff shirt, wraparound sunglasses, metal listening, legendary 80s guy is yours. And that's it. Now, if I go forward and do all of these special characters, like Slim Jim Guy, I get... nothing. You get fucking nothing for the rest of these characters. Once you unlock the 80s guy, that's all there is. So yeah. Also, I lowered the volume for myself because I was getting so fucking tired of hearing that sound over and over and over again, so I just cut through it. I just went low and I forgot to pull it back up, but whatever. We have now done every fucking rider, including all these special characters and such, with every challenge gold. I took many days to do that. I needed a lot of breaks. And now here are all the bikes. The 540 Air of Mirra. There it is again. The Flare. And then the Pro. Dave's signature bike and Harrow's luxury liner. This video will get you where you need to go in style. And then Secret Bike. It's always Secret Bike. Except for one time. We'll get to that later on. But right now, that is all of Dave's bikes. And now here are his, you know, outfits. Because might as well go for all the outfits and all the sponsors that they get. So yeah, and he's also the Miracle Boy. So keep that in mind. The Miracle Boy has his own sponsor called the Miracle Boy. Anyway, Ryan Nyquist's next. He has the Horror Backtrail X1, the X2, the X3, and the Pro. Ryan's signature bike and Harrow's Trail King. This will get you where you need to go in style. They usually are the same thing there. And Secret Bike. And here are all the outfits. Mainly Adidas and No Fear and all of that, and Split, but Harrow Bikes, usually Harrow Bikes shows up. And now here comes the next one, Troy McMurray. He has the S&M Homes Classic, the Next Generation Homes, the Warpig. Troy's signature bike is the definition of a hardcore street burly bike, and then the Secret Bike. So there you go. Anyway, here are all of his outfits, and yes, for the Secret Bike, he is the most even of everyone when it comes to the Secret Bike, when it comes to stats. He has the exact same for everything. Anyway, Mike Laird is next, and Mike's is the Nerve Hypnotic. Again, the Nerve Panic. The Static, Mike's bike of choice, and Nerve's top street bike performs well in all categories. And the Secret Bike. Anyway, next up is all the styles. Mainly just Nerve or Useless. And FX, a lot of FX shows up. And also, you know, C-Axis shows themselves up because why not? Chad Kagi is next. The Kagi ROG. Starter bike for NorCal. Kagi Believe. Kagi Regulator. And then there is the Kagi Pro. Chad's signature bike is a great all-around bike for all terrains. And then there is the Secret Bike. So there you go. Anyway, here are all the styles. The Kagi, he has his own brand, I guess. But there you go. Shows his fucking name right there. Next is Tim Mirra, which you've already seen, but I'll go for him again anyway. You know, the 540 Air, the Flare, the Pro. You know, it's just mainly the same shit that Dave has, because I believe this is his brother. So Tim here would have a lot of the same shit that Dave has, except for backflips, I guess. Keenan Harkin is next. Specialized Fatboy 415, a rock solid starter bike. Specialized Fatboy 415, Specialized Fatboy 415 FSX. The Pro, Specialized Premium Freestyle bike, allows for creativity on every jump rail and fence. And then the Secret bike. And here are the outfits. Mainly just Specialized, with a fucking boat there and shit. And Speed Stick. Gotta remember your Speed Stick, everybody. Good old Speed Stick. Sean Butler, the worst fucking rider in the game. Very, very racist. S&M Dirt Bike Classic. Here another. Next Generation Dirt Bike. Then Cole Girl. Sean's signature bike and S&M's premium dirt BMX bike. It's designed for speed and air. And then lastly is the Secret bike, which is just speed and spins. Here are his outfits. Not too much, but, you know, mainly S&M and Pro Tech. And there you go. Next up is Leigh Ramsdale, who has the DK 8-pack. He also has the 6-pack. General Lee. And also the SOB, DK's best all-around bike, designed to go big anywhere and everywhere. And the Secret bike. You know, because Secret bike. Here are all of his outfits. Mainly just DK. Donkey Kong. But anyway. So, I believe we only have one more pro. Yeah, Joey Garcia. Do all the pros, you get the fucking last one. Garcia Mechanical is his bike. Mechanical Competition. Mechanical Trail. Boss, Joey's signature bike, is all-powerful, designed to do it all, from rails to dirt to ramps. And then the Secret bike. So, here's his outfits. He always has a red helmet. It looks like a fucking bowling ball, but he always has a red helmet. Or a watermelon, I guess. And, yeah, then there's all these guys, like the Slim Jim guy. They all have the same outfits, but he gets, like, bike 1 to 5. However, all these Secret characters do get their own bikes, their own bike names. And the Amish boy even gets his own descriptions for his bikes. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Amish Buggy Pro. Step up from regular Amish transportation. This vehicle uses 2 legs to have 2 horses. Then you have the Amish Witness. Did you see it or not? This bike is built for speed to allow for quick getaways. After that, it is the Amish Barn Raiser. The most durable Pennsylvania wood sets his handcrafted frame apart from all others. And then there is the Amish Rumspringa, an instant classic. This bike stands beard and shoulders above the rest. And then, it's not the Secret bike, but it's the Secret Amish bike. Yes, he gets the Secret Amish bike, which is the best bike. Unfortunately, the same outfit every time. The others do get their own names, but no description, and they also get the same, you know, thing. His lunch lady, who is Marge, Mystery Meat, is her first bike. Then there is Lunchtime Special, Chicken Fried Fantastic, Sloppy Joe Air, and Salisbury Steak. They don't get Secret bikes, they get their own names, I guess, which is kind of neat. And then lastly, it's the 80s guy, or as he's known, Slick. He has the Rock and Roll Machine. He also has the Night Ranger, the Night Rider, the Ponch and John, and the Mark of the Beast, which I think is the best name. The best name for a Secret bike. But we're not done yet, because I unlocked a bunch of cheats. So, why don't we check them all out, including the first cheat that will show up for us. They are all in the options and game options, and the first one's Expert Mode. I'll also show off Night Vision and Exorcist, and also Silly Grunt, which gives us a funny grunt. It'll be hard for you to hear, I'll try to stay quiet for that. But Super Crash will make you bounce around. Exorcist will make your head spin. Night Vision will also give a green aura. But Expert Mode, oh boy. First off, when you go to Progressive Expert Mode, you're back to the start. All of your bikes are gone, and you're back to having to do everything all over again for every fucking rider. You have all the riders, though. But yeah, here's the thing. Expert mode is not, you know, simulation like you would think it is. No. It's hard mode. All it does is that your landings have to be much more precise. If you land even slightly wrong, you will bail. So landing is much more stingy in expert mode. But there is the chance that because we're having to do all this shit all over again, that the rest of the unlockables are behind this mode. Yeah, that's the silly grunt. And that's the super crash. But yeah, and this night vision, just a green aura. Like a green, fucking... I forgot the name of it. Fuck. Filter. A green filter of everything. But, yeah. I'm not doing expert mode. At least not on this Let's Play. But, I do want to get back to the streaming. So, I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comments. If you want me to do everything in expert mode to fully 100% this game with expert mode, and maybe see if there's anything new from that, or if somebody's already done it would like to tell me. But if you really want me to fucking do this shit, then I want you to tell me in the comments if you would like to see me stream this game. And do that. It's gonna be hours and hours of stream. But if you really want that, I'll fucking do it. So yeah, that's it. I am not saving that. And I'm gonna keep expert mode blank forever. Unless you people really want me to do expert mode, in which case I will then do it legitimately. In a stream and go for everything. Also, one about the color of the amateur challenges only. Basically looks like this. Bronze. There you go. Anyway, jump cut. I'm now going to turn on the rest of these. Include suspension mode, sticky crash, and the Ghost Rider and Ghost Bike. However, you won't be able to see the sticky crash or the suspension because with both of those ghosts on, you are completely invisible. Try playing for the entire game again, but without being able to see shit. It's not fun. It's really not fucking fun. Also, Xindictive, who did a Let's Play beforehand of this, here's suspension. Suspension will have you bounce around, like so, and sticky crash will do just that. It will no longer make you bounce around. Instead, you will get stuck on anything from a crash. And you can instantly crash from all the triggers, L1, L2, R1, R2, and then R3 and L3, I believe, as well. You do all of that shit, and you will instantly crash, and in the air at least. And you can use that to basically do that. It's really fun. But yeah, Insect, who did this before me, he has some cheats as well, but he did not have a lot of the cheats that you saw here, like the Ghost Bike, I don't think was here. So, yeah, some of these, you can cheat for them, but I think others, you have to unlock them. So, yeah. There you go. And here are the high scores, which, as I will show you, there are some here from my records that start blinking. And that blinking one, I think, is dev records. I think if you beat at a certain point and it starts flashing like that, you have beat what developers have managed. So, you can even get for top total score there. It just requires you to get a big amount of score. So yeah, see? That's a big amount of score for Eastwood. So yeah, if you're wondering about all the records for this, and if there are any dev times and such for that, I'm sure you can find that here. I'm probably never gonna do it, especially if I'm doing expert mode. But yeah, that is going to do it for this Let's Play. I am now not going to show the Tim Mirra because I think that's copyright, but I will show the credits, but I will mute the music because otherwise, you know, this video get fucked. Even though the audio is very low, I'm pretty sure YouTube can still hear anyway, so I'm going to mute it. And yeah, that's it. So, Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX Maximum Remix. I think Remix did improve some things with, you know, having a lot more levels and such. But oh my god. I fucking hate the competitions. I am not a fan of how many tricks there are. There's so many, it's easy to forget all of them, and it's just way too much. I'm not a fan of the shit it never tells, like special tricks and the fucking how to get the competition wins. And if there are unlockables only in expert mode, I am gonna be very angry. So, yeah. However, not long after this game came out would be the sequel, Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2. Will I do that? Yes. Yes, I will. I'll be doing it from the GameCube version. Because I'm not gonna buy the game, honestly. I have BMX XXX, which is the third game, but then Dave Mirra and such decided to not have their name on it because Acclaim, they tried to be edgy, they tried to bring up those hookers and such, and they just fucking killed this series entirely because of it. But yeah, this game, I'm not a fan of it, I'm sorry. I know there are some that are fans of this game, but after going through this and doing every rider and just dealing with all the shit I'm learning about this game, this has so many fucking mistakes, and I think it's just not that good. I think it's not fun, I think it's just dog shit to deal with, and quite frankly, I don't want to play it again. But I will if you want me to do expert mode for stream. Just know, I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna be yelling, I'm gonna be very fucking furious at the game and its landing shit, and we're not gonna have a good time. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for a new Let's Play. Will it be Dave Mirra BMX 2? I don't know, but I'll see you then for a new game. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you then.